Well, I'm just out here doing work on the truck and everything. Tracing wiring, taking out things I'm going to be taking with me to Texas and all that fun stuff. Well, as it turns out, I couldn't find anything. Trash. It's spam. Junk mail. But I did find out a couple other things. If I'm not mistaken, that is the clutch slave. It appears to be leaking. Yeah, and like the oil coming out of everywhere. And just dripping on this cardboard down here. It seems to primarily be coming from whatever is above that. Because I've already tightened down the drain, and it's not coming from that. And as far as the starter is concerned, I'm having a hard time believing, even though the symptoms seem to say it. The wiring comes off the battery, goes down to the frame, follows the frame to the starter, and then there's the starter right there. And that's the terminal that's on the starter. And it goes straight from there into the wiring harness and back to the battery. So I can't see how that can be rubbing on the frame at all and causing a major shorting issue. Aside from that, I don't know what's causing it. But I tell you what, it happened again this afternoon as I was, well, this morning I guess, it's only 11:30. It happened as I was heading home, and this radio really does not like it. It shut off every single blip. Yay, Taco Bell. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. My short hair is allowing them to get to my scalp. And that was not previously possible. There's one nice thing about having long hair. But then I was working in here, pulling out wiring that basically was worthless and putting a lot of stuff back together, really. I discovered this. Well, I already knew there'd been some broken glass in here before, but this makes me wonder which glass it was. This is some fairly tinted stuff. Here, focus on my finger. That's fairly tinted. It makes me think this was back window glass. And then they just replaced it with super clear stuff. They didn't even have it tinted. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. A little bit of work. I'll be so happy to get rid of this thing. I mean, look at this. This wiring is just ripping itself out of its harness. Get down south, buy me another truck, call it good. My God, all these freaking mosquitoes are making me an advocate for oiling up the lakes. Yarr. Been bitten by at least 3 today. Anyway, some of y'all might remember I mentioned this lower bulb burned out a while back. Well, I got in here to try to replace it, and that's what happened when I tried to remove the bulb. The top of the bulb just like sheared off. I didn't even put any pressure on it, and it just broke off. So yeah, it's going to be interesting getting that out of there now. And I don't actually have any replacement bulbs to put in it, so this one's still good though. And my radio transmitter just quit. Yeah, I'm listening to the radio without the truck running. I'm wondering how long it'll last, because I don't know how much current draw this radio takes as compared to the stock. But I mean, I ran a stock radio forever. But of course, I also had the battery charger plugged in for that too. I wonder if I could do that. And I just saw a mosquito fly past me here. And the next one I see is gonna get Ah, I'm losing it. Well, it turns out I actually do have some 194 bulbs. They were just in that door instead of this one. I have a whole bunch of 3157s in this door. So I got a whole bunch of them. Nothing to do with them. Because they only work in the taillights. The front blinkers take 1157s. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stick a bulb in there. The broken bulb, as mentioned, is here. Yeah, it's just a little broken. But this one is not. So let's turn the, ooh, that's a little bit low, what I like. Here we go. Light! Yay! And now, my four-wheel drive indicators will be active again. Awesome. Automatic four-wheel drive, I love it. Put you in there. And we'll do this. We're lit. So easy. 4 screws to put back and they'll be done. Okay. Whoever did this truck's wiring, whoever modified this truck's electrical system is a... Okay, look at this. Can you hear the radio right now? Yeah, it's still going. What is this? Speaker wire? Going to relays? Going to God knows what? What the heck? And they're just hanging down here in the dash. Like, really? And I'm wondering, like, what happens when I disconnect them? What's in here? What are these connected to? And then there's this. Look at this station. What the f? Oh. That is the worst wiring job I've ever seen. And I've done some pretty amazing things to my own truck. Okay. Yeah, but I fixed them all. I learned from my mistakes. It's been a couple years since I did my modifications. But what is this? And where do they go? I mean, seriously. And the real question is, what activates them? Well, let's cycle through this thing and find out. And I don't feel anything from turning the ignition on. They don't seem to do anything. Well, okay. Not activated by lights. Not activated by that. Windows and doors do not activate. I've got no clue what these things are for. Squirrel! Well, getting further into this thing, I still see no existing reason for these relays. And this gigantic mess of wiring that sits in between them. Because it looks like this blue wire and this blue wire once met, and this black wire and that black wire once met, and whatever the case is, okay, that's the relay input, or rather, well, actually, I don't even know how they have this stupid thing wired. It's stupid, at the very least. You know what? This one can't even activate. It has no ground. You know, actually? Oh, hang on. '85, '86 to activate. 87, 87A, and 30. Okay. That's 86. Or 85. One of the two. These relays can't even activate. They serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever. So then the real question is, why are they here? This makes no sense. these relays, it's impossible to activate them because they have no ground lead. And it appears there was never even one tapped. And then, like, I'm looking in here right now to see, and there's no real loose wiring. And all the dome lights are burned out. Like, I found the, where did I put it? Yeah, this was in there. No bulb, just the base. So I pulled that out. It was the same thing on that side, except there was actually some broken glass left in there. But yeah, there's absolutely no serving purpose for these. And it makes me wonder, what is the purpose of these blue, black, and... yeah, just the blue and black wires. What is their purpose? And, well, actually, okay, yeah, the way this thing is wired right now, they're always activated. Now the question is, what would serve the purpose of activating the red wire to the blue or black? What would happen if I did that? I really wonder. This is confusing. I'm half tempted to try it just to see what it does. But I don't really want to blow up the truck, but I'm gonna pull these out of here. They're gonna be gone. They serve no purpose, so they're gonna disappear. I had to try it. I had to try it. This truck apparently at one time had some sort of remote entry system. Check that out. That's what these relays are for. But apparently whatever system they were connected to at one point has been removed because, well, obviously there's nothing on the other end. That's insane. And these relays are just sitting in here with no purpose. Well, at least I know they're not the cause of my electrical issue. Because just the door locks, I would have noticed that. Definitely. That's rather odd, though. Rather odd. And yes, everything's still playing. I pulled a dash out without pulling anything electrical. Really bad of me, but I don't even care. And you know, it's funny how similar this truck is to my Blazer. Because when I did the heater core on it, this dash, okay, there's one screw here, one screw over there in the speaker grill. 1, 2, 3. There's only one more screw in the Blazer's dash under the grill. And then there's two. There's one that goes in here. Actually, it comes up and goes in there. And one on the other side that's identical. This thing is very much like my Blazer. The really big difference here is how the steering wheel mounts up. There's 4 bolts back there, and then the 2 up here. But just removing those won't do anything because of the way this thing is. It's rigid. Oh, well, actually, maybe it would have worked, but it's probably a good thing I pulled that off anyway. Anyway, I pulled it off the steering gearbox just in case. Just to be safe, you know? I don't want to break anything before I try to sell this piece of junk. Dang! I thought I was looking, thought I was in... I thought I was onto something with these. Like, maybe one of these is grounding out against the frame and causing my big problem. No, they just run the door locks that don't even exist. What's crazy though? Okay, it still doesn't lock right. But it'll unlock. Sad, very sad. I should probably pull the panel off again, because this door used to not lock at all, and I fixed that. Because the rod in the door was bent so bad. But anyway, yep, another 4-minute update of, yeah. I'm gonna see what more I can do with this thing, and then probably just throw it all back together and forget about it. Anyone want to run a Carfax on this thing for me? There's the VIN. Well, I sort of have a extended argument for this thing just being really sensitive. This thing is springy as heck. So easy to move. And the others are just like really, really gummed up. Like they've got some sort of oil behind them or something. And they don't spring at all. This one has hard stops inside, which is different from everything I've seen. My Blazer has them on the outside, the little pins out here. So that's rather interesting. And it seems to want to spring back towards 0. But this one, whoa! Okay, that one spins all the way around. Whoa, that one won't even stay. Wow, that's crazy. Another difference, like that one's only got 2 leads. All the other gauges have 3 each. And of course, that one has like 20. Boing, boing, boing. Note the mileage, I'm not trying to change it or anything. It's 163.56. 16.3. Just in case I accidentally reset it doing all this crap. I'm in the process of making a major clean. Like I've removed the top part of that and it's like out here now. Yeah. Just hanging out. I need to go get my bottle. I refilled it while I was there. Anyway, I'm not sure what the deal is with this thing, but it works correctly now. I'm not sure if I did something to cause that, but anyway. Yeah, this sucker is broken. Alright, let's, this thing's about to die. For some reason, this is not charging the iPod at all, even though it did on the entire trip down to Texas. The battery is almost dead. Uh-oh, and now you can't see what it is. There we go. Yep, that's what the track is. And really, the rest of it isn't all that great. I'm receiving a message on Skype, so I will be back on this camera whenever it's deemed necessary. Well, I'm in the process of putting everything back together now. Whoops. And my lights just got turned on. I'm not sure what's the deal, but that's up to working now. I'm not sure why it wasn't in the first place, and I'm sure I haven't really fixed anything. Because I couldn't find any grounds up under here. Even though, to be honest, I didn't really look. I just looked up under the dash. Oh, I see my power wire coming through there. You know, I really should probably just unhook that power wire. Because it serves no purpose. There's no amplifier in this truck. There's no subwoofers or amplifiers or anything related to it in this truck. So to be honest, I should probably just completely remove that. You can't even see because the sunlight is so bright. Yeah, just pull that off entirely and not even worry about it. Because who knows what that's causing. Who knows what it's doing. So yeah, putting everything back together now. It's getting... Okay, look at this. Really? Really? And it was covered in electrical tape at that. It's like... I don't know who did all this, but they're stupid. That's all there is to it. Well, everything still works. I didn't manage to break anything. Oh well. Good to go. It is now 5:45, a little after that. Everything's back together, that's going to be. And a little cleaner in here. What I could do to tuck that back under there, but I'll fix it some other time. I fixed the light down there, it works now. It's all good. Yep. So now I gotta put windows up. That sounded weird. And curse at all the mosquitoes I've had to kill today. And hope there aren't any here in the truck. Good. I didn't break that problem. Or I didn't turn that into a problem. I removed the relays and re-spliced the wires back the way they were supposed to be. I'd rather not use splices, I'd rather solder, but given the circumstances of not really having a whole lot of equipment here in Alaska, all my soldering equipment's down south. So, yeah. It's crimped. Not my desired way of working with things. And not the way I do with stuff on my Blazer. But anyway, I've also removed the amp wire from the circulation. So if there's any problems now, I know it isn't because of all the aftermarket crap. Until then, I think I'm done here. Believe it or not, my phone calling. Believe it or not, this thing actually still works. It's just cracked to hell. And battery still dies within seconds. Hey, mosquito. Good choice. Oh wait, he's coming back. What are you doing? Do you want to die? Keep hanging around me and you will get your wish. I know there's a mosquito in here. And he wants to bite me. Although I guess I should say she. Shouldn't I? Do you want to die? Because you're about to get your wish. Well, there's two of them.